location. Now broadcasting.
These are the 3 fastest buttons.
See, I pull up with a protect myself from wahala. Who they tryna patronize me? I'm young and I'm lit and I'm free. Hold on, give me a second. Body they run when I sneeze. Allergy, 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 allergy. Mama business like a and sugar. I'm so kicking like Bukayo Saka. I was so low, but I learned how to fly. Can you believe I was a road runner? I was confined in the dragon's den. I could still breathe with no oxygen. Look what I built from a xeno of light. Deep in the cold, I was really outside. Lord told me read, so I took his advice. I'm blessed. Now I can bring visions to life. Organically, I'm a G. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Bouger, bouger, bouger. That chocolate au body. Darling, if you know up. You cannot get jiggy. Allergy, 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 allergy. Jiggy, ma. She wanna jiggy, ma. I give her jiggy, ma. She wanna jiggy, ma. I give her jiggy, ma. Jiggy, ma. Traders, I gave you hard work and labor. I gave you your flavor.
Coming to you live from Southern California, all set to bring you MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Athletics taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shelby and Chris Singleton with you. All right, singing 2 exciting young arms on the mound in this one for us.
A couple of young studs, so exciting young players to watch. They're still cutting their teeth at this big league level, but there's so much optimism around the potential that each one has. Should be fun to see them head-to-head today.
All right, just about ready for baseball. And on the mound in this one, Fernando Valenzuela. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Now, here is Ricky Henderson. Swings and misses. It's 0-1. That one missing inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 1 out in the top of the first. And time now to check out the A's lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
And now the rookie second baseman.
He's been on fire at the dish lately, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting third, right fielder,
Jose Carrasco getting ready to hit.
Too much swing and miss in his at-bats recently. Almost 3 strikeouts per game over the last 5.
There goes the runner. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close. That's 20 stolen bases for him this season. 1 out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. And before the 0-1, he asks for time. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. And the A's jump in front. It's 2-0.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Chop back up the middle. Slings to first in time.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Jason Giambi.
Next up for the A's, Jason Giambi. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And there's a strike. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
2 outs, base is empty. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
2 outs, runner at first. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Miguel Tejada. Now fly ball to right center. Snyder makes a nice running catch. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here with my pal Singy and today's starting pitcher, Barry Zito. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport, Singy.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bunt attempt popped up. He's there. He's got it. And a quick out, number 1. Time down for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Mookie Betts.
Boog, what a great talent. I mean, the kind of player who can dominate a game at times, be a perennial all-star. He's going to take home some hardware as well. I mean, he's one of the best in the game today and always fun to watch.
Mookie Betts in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
Tejada. And a couple of quick outs.
Batting third, center fielder, Duke Snyder.
Duke Snyder steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And there's a foul ball. Yeah, that's fouled off. Got it. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Dodgers go down quietly. They trail it here 2-0. Back here in L.A., here's a big power threat. Brent Rooker. Valenzuela back to work. And he swings through that one. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
The wind of the pitch. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first.
Got him.
In time to get him, one away in the strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. This ball's chopped on the ground. Beltre fires over to first. Play is made, 2 out. Now the third baseman, Max Schumann. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a pop-up. Jackie moves under it. Nabs it, and that'll do it. And 1-2-3 go the A's. But they're on top 2-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now it's going to be Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play, can throw from so many different angles, and makes really tough plays look very easy.
Just missed. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Just misses with that one. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. On the ground to third, and that squirts through. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and he's got a leadoff double.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out.
And up next for Los Angeles, Gil Hodges. Fouled off down the right side.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Ohtani stands at second with no outs. And down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Looks like they want to set up the double play. It's second with 1 gone.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
2 on, 1 out. Oh.
There, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Bottom half of inning number 2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Oh, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Teoscar Hernandez in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Late with the swing there.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Ohtani around third. The relay safe. And they trail by 1. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Late on that fastball. First and second, 2 down. Comes up empty.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Good job to fight that one off. 2 outs. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. The throw in. He'll score. And the Dodgers even it up. It's 2-2. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
First and second, 2 outs. Jackie Robinson now at the plate. There's a strike. That one is absolutely belted. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. One runs in. Cut off. Now a throw home. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. And they lead by 2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So, runner at second, 2 down. Now it's Mookie Betts. On the ground to third, and they tag him out. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 4 and the A's 2. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Henderson.
That misses the zone. 1-0. Henderson bats right, throws left. Hitting leadoff in today's game. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. There's a swing and a drive. Snyder ranging back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, number 19.
Now it's the second baseman. A single and a run scored and a walk. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Betts going back, reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
2 down, bases empty. Now it's the right fielder, Jose Carrasco. He's already homered here in this one. Ripped to short. Throws to first. And that is the third out of the inning. A's go quickly and quietly there. Still down by a count of 4-2. Set for the bottom of the third. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Duke Snider.
Duke Snider.
And first offering is fouled off.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page.
Oh, that drilled him. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. And it looks like they might end up challenging this one. Very close play, and we will take another look as well.
I couldn't tell in live action, that's for sure. And, you know, the umpire is so much closer to the play, and he thought he beat the throw, so we'll see.
So a man at first, and now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored.
Counts 1-0.
In the dirt. Snider on at first. Nobody out. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
Lopez checks over to first, and he's back. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Nobody out. Runner at first. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Good feed. That's 1. Back to first, double play. 3-6-3, nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Now, Gil Hodges. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Fought off foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. In the air, right side, Carrasco. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that ends the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the power speed combo. Mark McGwire. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And that one fouled off. Outside low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Jason Giambi up next for the A's. That one misses, and that's ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. Gets under it and pops it up. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, number
So
5.
up next, Miguel Tejada. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. And that is out of play.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Out towards right center field. He's got it, and that is that. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
Here's the
off
third
for the
baseman,
Dodgers,
Adrian Beltre.
Third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Foul ball. Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. He swings and fouls one off.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Now batting,
Wow, short work to send him packing
Corey
to start the inning, and no
Seager.
messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
That one fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just
Up
bunched him
next
up
for
on
the
the inside
Dodgers,
part of the plate. Couldn't
left
get around
fielder,
on it and catch it out front.
Teoscar
Many times if you do, it's a
Hernandez.
foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2.
Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His second of the year, and they add a run. It's 5-2. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Base is empty with 2 away. The batter now will be Will Smith. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen.
Pitching for
So
the
a new
Athletics.
pitcher on the mound for the
Number
A's,
21.
Mason Miller.
Just trying to
Mason
keep this one
Miller.
close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
That one finds the zone. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Just
it.
missed. And now 1-2.
Clearly, he was
1
sitting
ball,
on a fastball
2
right
strikes.
there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
McGuire settles under it and makes the catch. And the inning is over. Dodgers add 1 to their lead on the solo homer. It's now 5-2. This is MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Coming up, we head to the 5th. Welcome back
Leading
as we
off
take a
for
look
the
at how
Athletics,
today's starting
left
pitchers have
fielder,
fared so
Brent
far.
Rooker.
Valenzuela back to work. Head hard to get it. Won't get to this one. It drops foul.
You know, these A's, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
Outside low, and it's 2-1.
I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Betts snags it on the run.
Up next for the A's, catcher,
Here's the catcher, Shea
Langeliers.
Langeliers. 0 for 1 so far. That big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Gets him swinging with that screwball,
Now
and it was a good one.
baseman,
You know,
Max
the screwball's
Schumann.
often compared to a changeup because of the velocity and the arm side movement, but the big difference is what you saw right there. A lot more depth or drop than most changeups, and it caused him to swing right over the top.
And the 0-1. Foul ball there. In the dirt. Now 1-2.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. Nothing doing there for the A's, and the deficit remains 5-2. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season.
Baseman, Jackie Robinson.
Pitches in there, and it's 0-1. Miller, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. And a swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Here's a tapper towards short. 1 up, 1 down.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Marcus Lynn Betts, better known as Mookie. He had the opportunity to play in the Seoul Series when the Dodgers kicked off their 2024 season in Korea.
Yeah, and such a cool experience for both teams. Plus, there was a card giveaway for the first player to hit a home run in the series. The winner, Mookie Betts.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Turns and fires to Betts. That's a laser base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. And next for L.A., Duke Snider, 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Betts, the base runner at first with one out. That one lifted to left. Out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Ground ball left side. The throw to first, and that is that. So the Dodgers leave one. They're still out in front 5-2. Back here at Dodger Stadium, here's some real power at the plate. Ricky Henderson. Right through there for a strike.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
That's in there, and it's 0-2.
2 strikes.
And downstairs. Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Around first and hustling for second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count. Up against it with 2 strikes right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's the second baseman. And he chases a high fastball there.
0-1.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're the top half of the 6th. Swinging a foul straight back. That one misses.
2 strikes.
Now 1-2. Look out!
First base.
And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him,
Now
and he hit him.
Number 33.
First and second, no outs. Carrasco digs in now. He's already homered in this game.
Hey!
In the dirt.
0-1's the count.
Base knock center field. Ricky around third and on his way home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 2-run game.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Next up for the A's, Mark McGwire. 0 for 2 in this one. Runner on the move. Pitch it for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
They are being real aggressive to put some runs on the board. Get 2 runners now in the scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally, but it worked out nicely. Now a chance to do some damage.
Swing and a miss. 0-2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Brusdar Graterol. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Scott, a left-hander, also throwing. Base runners at second and third here. No outs. The 0-2.
Ball, that's inside.
And a swing and a miss. And that is a big first out.
Took that screwball up there and got him to swing through it. It's kind of part changeup, part curveball, a reverse curveball, I guess. And clearly it's got some good movement on it. We just don't get to see a good one very often, so it's kind of fun to see. And that was a great one right there.
Designated hitter, Jason Giambi. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-1. And that one missing low.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
That one almost got him. And that'll load the bases.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Fernando Valenzuela will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Evan Phillips.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Miguel Tejada will hit next. Tejada having a lot more success on the road this season. And fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
The shortstop takes the ball. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Brent Rooker up next for the A's.
Brent Rooker.
So Mark Kotsay going with a pinch hitter here. Johnny Damon.
And this is a big at bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Smith gets there. He's under it. And that's the third out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 5-3 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
First baseman, Gil Hodges.
And that one sliced foul, Miller. A guy that features an absolute power slider. Throws that pitch a lot. He throws it hard and gets a ton of swings and misses. Steps on first for the out.
And I think being able to expand with that pitch as you start to offer at it that he can move it just a little bit further away. Before you know it, you're trying to hit a pitch that's off the plate.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Mason Miller won't go any further tonight. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. The new pitcher in the game, Luis Severino. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Beltre stands in now and watches strike one. Swing and a foul out of play. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Reaching down, makes the catch. Seager stands in now. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1. Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Langoliers makes the catch. That is the inning. So a strong showing here from the A's bullpen. We're through 6 full. It's the Dodgers 5 and the A's 3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Brusdar Graterol.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Hit in the air, center field. Snyder makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. So digging in, Max Schumann.
Third baseman, Max Schumann.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The Athletics down by a pair here in the top half of inning number 7. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Bounced up the middle. Robinson fires to first in time.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Hodges brings it in for the third out. And welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Catcher Will Smith.
That one down the line and foul ball. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Here's Mookie Betts. 1 for 3. And that one upstairs, ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Severino kicks, deals towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing here this half. 8th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 5 and the A's 3. Welcome back, and a new
Love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Number 19 in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Eric Gagne looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Swing and a foul straight back.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. One and 2 now. Oh, that plunked him. And that's now twice he's been hitting this one. Stepping in, Jose Carrasco. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Now this one gets away from the catcher. He's in there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Austin Barnes. He takes over behind the plate after the injury.
Number 21.
No outs.
Austin
runner over at third. Good eye right there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. In comes the run from third. And now they trail by 1. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Mark McGwire up next for the A's. Carrasco at second with nobody out. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. So the tying run at second.
Ball.
And takes low for ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
That's
Ball
a little
2.
bit low.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the
2-2
pitch
count.
inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Missed with a changeup. Counts full, 3-2. No outs. Runner on second. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him swinging.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Giambi up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Ball.
And you got to wonder, with first
balls,
base open,
no
1
strike.
out, is he going to get a pitch to hit?
Hard hit right side. Robinson whips it to first. And they get Giambi for the out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Tanner Scott gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Eric Gagne.
And he may only have to face 1 batter in this spot. At least that's what they're hoping as he tries to strand that runner at third. Big spot here.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Miguel Tejada. 0 for 3 in this one. Swings and misses. That's strike 1. The tying run is 90 feet away. Ripped, but it curls foul. That misses, and that is ball 1.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Duke Snider.
Duke Snider.
Tyler Ferguson comes on now. He's been so good against lefties.
Now pitching for the Athletics, number 44.
And first offering is fouled off.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Shohei
Now
Ohtani.
batting, designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs. Gil Hodges steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that drops in for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Swings through that one. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Line drive, makes the catch, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. Ninth inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Athletics 4. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the ninth in this one. Here's the left fielder, Johnny Damon. Tap foul at the plate. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. With 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the A's. Miguel Andujar looking to start something with 1 gone. First offering misses badly for ball 1. And another ball. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
So a change being made at first base, and here's the pinch runner, Zach Gelof. Max Schumann getting ready to hit. Runner takes off. There's a ball.
Ball 1.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. So the tying run at second. Can't glove it cleanly. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out. Quick recovery from the misplay. Pays off for the out. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Ricky Henderson. Trying to deliver as the hero. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Line drive, that's a base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they've tied it in the top of the 9th.
That's a big-time clutch performance, Boog. Top of the 9th, your team needs you to come through, and you deliver a game-tying RBI base hit. Now let's see if they can build on that and get the lead. Put the pressure on the other side heading into the bottom of the 9th.
Go-ahead run on base. Now the number 2 hitter. He's one of the faster guys just by pure. Ricky on the move. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
0-2 now as he swings through. Moving in the bullpen, Alex Vesia looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. There's the splitter in the dirt, swing and a miss. Throw to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, all even at 5 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
It's a
Jason
change
Kendall,
for
the new
Athletics.
catcher now.
Now
And
catcher.
at the plate for the Dodgers, Adrian Beltre. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Ferguson back to work. And a slider misses down and away. Little chopper rolls foul. That's hard hit on the line. He's got it. One away.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball
Shortstop,
was hit. Didn't have
Corey
much time, as that was a
Seager.
hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Seager in the box now. Takes strike one. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Strike three. Got him swinging. And a couple of quick outs. Here's
Now
Teoscar
batting
Hernandez.
Left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Swing and a miss as he was out front. Ferguson, 31 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2015.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Trying to send this to extra innings. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. On the ground, Schumann. Zips it across. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. Dodgers down in order. Our score holds at 5 apiece.
Now pitching
Back
for the
now,
Dodgers.
and we're in extras. A new arm on the mound here in the top half of the inning. Alex Vesia.
Vesia.
So digging in, Jose Carrasco.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Fought off foul. Man at second. And that one fouled off. Oh, and 2 now. Got him. One away in the top half of the 10th. So the go-ahead
Now
run
batting,
in scoring
number 25.
position. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mark McGwire. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and he's grounded out. That's
Ball,
off the
that's
inside
inside.
corner. Ball 1. Action in the pen down there. JoJo Romero looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
It's had a tough day at the
I got a
plate.
ball,
3
1 strike.
strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Off the mark there. And that's ball 2. And a base hit right there. Coming home.
Now
And they
batting,
lead it in the
designated
10th.
hitter,
Just a
Jason
huge
Giambi.
at bat right there. Absolutely smoked that baseball. What a swing. Sent it out way faster than it came in, of course. 113 off the bat, and no matter where you hit it at that speed, it's tough to make a play on.
1 down. And next is the designated hitter, Jason Giambi. He's one of the best players in the game. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. A's leading by a run. That one's in there, and it's 0-2. And there's a ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And a swing and a miss, and there's 2 down.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
And the batter now, Miguel Tejada. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
McGuire off of first with 2 away. Next pitch is outside. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's tightened up a bit at 6-5 now. Back after this on the show. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the catcher, Austin Barnes. Dennis Eckersley on to try and close it out.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Fouled off down the right side.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
So the tying run at second. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Henderson moves under it, brings it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Third baseman, intentional walk coming here, and that sets up the double play possibility with 1 away and runners at first and second. Mookie Betts digging in a huge spot.
Right fielder, Mookie Betts.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Here's the throw to the plate. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Infield comes in now. And now Duke Snider. Ball 1, no strikes. Right side, down the line, and it's foul. Hit on the ground, might be 2. In plenty of time to first. Snider out in the play.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Very big at bat coming up as Shohei Ohtani steps into the box.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him.
So bases all loaded up. And up next for Los Angeles, Gil Hodges. There's a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Strike 2. Winning run at third, 2 down. And that just misses.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
In the air, left field, Damon. Squeezes it, and that will end the inning. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. On to inning number 11 we go. And we're all even at 6 apiece.
Now pitching.
Back
for the
now,
Dodgers.
we're in extras. And there's a
Number
new arm on the
16.
mound, JoJo. Romero. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Damon
Leading
now at
off
the
for
plate.
the Athletics. Left fielder, number 20.
Puts a bunt down, and that's a foul ball. Man at second. That's inside. Gonna count 1 and 2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And that is out of play. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Hit on the ground to short. And they almost caught him, but he's back in time.
Just a clutch at bat right there.
Now
Big time swing when this team really needed it. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Now the third baseman, Max Schumann. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it one-hops the wall. 1 runs in, the second run scores. And it's a 2-run lead in extra innings.
Back-to-back base hits. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. JoJo Romero out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Clayton Kershaw gets the ball now.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
And the batter now, Ricky Henderson. That one blasted deep to right. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third.
Now batting, number 19.
Now it's the second baseman. Ripped on the ground to second. Over to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Last shot here as we go to the bottom of the 11th. Back here in L.A., we're in extras here. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Adrian Beltre. Jose Leclerc gets the call from the pen.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
First pitch misses. Late swing, fouled off. Tying run at the plate. Falling behind 2-1.
Oh, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
That one just misses. And the tying run is on base.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Corey Seager to the plate in this high leverage spot. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. With the winning run at the plate, and we're in the bottom of the 11th. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
2-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Around third. The throw home. The tag, and he's safe. And it's a 1-run game.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at that with 2 strikes.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at bat. The changeup missing. And that's ball 1. Nobody out. Both the tying and winning runs on base. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
Popped in the air. Left field. Brings it in. And there's 1 down.
Now batting.
Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Austin Barnes. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. He's under it. 2 away now.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him instead of a
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make
Pitching for the
so a new
A's,
pitcher on the mound for the A's, Goose Gossage.
Goose Gossage.
Robinson, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. 2 outs. Both the tying and winning runs are on.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball.
And it's 1-2.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Pitch misses there, and the count's even at 2. Goose is just 1 strike away. Stays alive.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
That misses. 3-2 now. So both runners should be on the move here on the full count pitch.
Yeah, this is a good chance to tie up this ball game. See if he can find some open grass in the outfield.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. And that'll do it. The A's hold on to win a nail-biter, stranding the winning run on base.
Well, I love the fact they didn't quit. They had to do a little extra work tonight to secure this win, but it's what you got to do over the course of a season if you want to be a championship ball club.
doesn't compare.